Hello everyone, I'm Nancy from Old Square Inn in Mount Joy Bed and Breakfast in beautiful downtown Lancaster County, and today I'm going to show you how to make scones. I'm coming to you from my kitchen behind these lovely folding doors, and all of these are my recipes posted in the back, the ones that I like to use a lot. The scones are back there too. So these are pretty easy to make and your family's going to love them. You're going to start with 1 3/4 cups of flour. That's what I have in this bowl. You're going to add 2½ teaspoons of baking powder, and make sure you get the baking powder and not the baking soda. 3 tablespoons of sugar, and then I kind of like to mix that all together. I have the grandkids coming over today, so we're going to be enjoying scones this afternoon. And then you're going to add 1/3 cup of butter. And you want to make sure the butter is cold because that's what helps make the scones kind of fluffy. Now once I put the butter in the bowl, I like to take a knife and just cut it up a little bit. You're going to be using a pastry blender to mix the butter into the flour. Pastry blender looks like this. My mother used to do this with 2 knives. She would just hold them between her like 2 fingers, kind of like claws, and claw through all of this. Now it's amazing when you have the right tools though. She could do that. I tried it, never got the same results. And you are just kind of mixing this into the dough. You're not smushing the butter into oblivion, because those little bits of butter help make your scones nice and fluffy and delicious. Yeah, so anyway, the grandkids are coming over today, and I get all 3 today. Taylor's coming, and Parker, and Easton. And did I tell you that I'm having another grandchild? Yes, Nicole and Graham made the announcement. Baby is due early in December. I'm kind of excited about that. But I've been banned from the name list. Graham said, "Mom, I can't ever tell you any baby's name because you have an objection to everything." And that's pretty true, because, you know, when you've been a teacher for 24 years, every kid has something associated with it. Doesn't matter what the name is. You know, they could say, "Mom, how about Phil Meister?" And I can say, "No, Phil Meister was that kid who used to put erasers up his nose." Or how about Quintesta? And it's like, "No, I had a kid named Quintesta, and Quintesta always cheated on his final exam." So, you know, there is no winning. I'm surprised that teachers even have kids because of all the associations we have with names. All right, look at this. This is pretty good. This is just nice and crumbly. So I have the butter mixed into that. Now I'm going to add 1/4 cup of milk. Now when Joan does hers, and Joan is my assistant at the inn, she likes to put in like lemon zest or orange zest. I don't do that just because mostly I never have it on hand. I've got the lemons in the water somewhere. But that does add a nice little flavor to that. I like to do that when I'm making cranberry scones. These are going to be chocolate chip. So I'm mixing these together. You can see how dry that dough is. And you're not eating the fun out of this, okay? It's going to be lumpy, kind of a lumpy, dry dough. Have that mixed up to about where I want it. The egg is in. The milk is in. I'm going to throw in the chocolate chips. And this is the part where you get your hands in it. The recipe says that you should knead the dough for a couple of turns. Joan turns hers out on the counter. I don't like to make another mess on the counter, so I just kind of knead mine into the bowl. So what you're doing is kind of collecting all the flour. You can see that I'm getting a nice little dough formed here. And then this is just what the dough looks like a great big ball of Play-Doh. How easy is that? You're going to divide this in 2, pat this into a circle that's about 5 inches across, so it looks like this. And then take, let me get a knife out here. You're going to cut this into 6 triangles. This is about 5 inches across and maybe about 1 inch or 3/4 high. So you're just going to cut these into triangles. These are going to go into a preheated 400-degree oven. Now before I stick these in the oven, I'm going to brush them with a little egg wash. And egg wash is just a little bit of egg. You can put some water in it. I use the egg straight on mine. So I figure whatever the kids don't eat today, I'll take it down to the police station. And I used to be able to send stuff into school because cops and teachers will eat just about anything because they don't have time. Don't forget to thank your teachers and cop friends for everything they do. All right, so egg wash, that's going to go into the oven at 400 degrees. And then, ding, through the magic of television, this is what they come out to be. So these are nice and light golden brown on the top, brown on the bottom. And then on top of these, if you want to, some people like to put a little bit of a glaze made of powdered sugar and just a few drops of water, or you can just eat them like this. And they are delicious. Let me know how you make out with your scones, and I will see you next Tuesday. Have a great day, everyone.